morning, I'll invite you to start out laying down on your mat. So go ahead and let yourself recline back. Make yourself very comfortable. If it feels good, you can stretch your legs out long over the surface of your mat. If it's better for your body to instead feel your knees bend, plant your feet flat to the floor, that's also an option. Or if you'd like to get into your hips a little bit early, bottoms of the feet together, knees drop open wide, and come into a bound angle pose on your back. And as you start to settle in, pay attention to the sensations of the mat below you. Feel the parts of your body that rest heavily on the mat. Notice the weight of your heels. Observe the weight of the backs of the thighs and your hips. Let your shoulders surrender, backs of your arms. And feel the weight of your skull resting on the mat. And imagine here leaving an indent in the surface of your mat where your body is, as if you're floating on a cloud. And then in contrast to the weight of your body pressing down, notice the air circulating around you. Feel the lightness of the air on your skin. And then as you settle a little more into your body here, just begin to notice the pattern of your breath. Welcome your inhales and exhales into the body and out of the body. Just take a few moments to really enjoy the act of breathing. Allow yourself to breathe in and breathe out fully and deeply. And as you're breathing, slow and steadily, here on your back, laying on your mat, just take a moment to notice the thoughts that are coming into your mind. Be observant of your inhales and your exhales, as well as every new idea that comes into the head. And as you notice those thoughts, imagine placing each one into a bubble. And then visualize watching that bubble float away. And notice how it eventually pops. Some of those thought bubbles are bigger than others. Some of those thought bubbles take longer to pop. But as you continue to breathe, as you continue to notice your thoughts, place each one into a bubble and watch it float away and eventually disappear. And perhaps as time passes, the mind becomes a little quieter. Maybe it's still busy. There's not a right or wrong, no judgment. But in one of those thought bubbles, place an intention for your practice this evening. And instead of letting that thought bubble float away, instead, tuck that bubble right into the center of your chest, at your heart. And since no one's there to hear it, take a full deep breath in through your nostrils. Bring it all in. Open mouth, exhale, sigh out. Because that tends to feel good, we'll do that again. Take a deep and full breath in. Open mouth, exhale, sigh out. And then just begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. We'll begin with a full body extension. As you lengthen your legs, point your toes forward to the space beyond the front of your mat. Reach your arms all the way to the space behind your mat. And let your body be as long as it can be, reaching through fingertips, pointing out through the toe. Take one more full inhalation, lengthening. And as you exhale, pull your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a deep hug, a squeeze inward, and a very gentle rock side to side. And then settle yourself to stillness. Keep the knees into the chest, at least for the moment. And then right knee stays into the chest. As you inhale, stretch your left leg out nice and long over the surface of your mat. Let your left heel rest down on the floor. Flex your left foot actively and strong. And take a few breaths here just to hug your right knee into your chest and feel that compression, that little squeeze at the front of your hip flexor. And then we'll slide your hands around to the back of your right thigh. And with an inhale, extend your right heel straight up into the air. Little hamstring stretch right here. Continue to hold the back of that right thigh. We'll just roll your right ankle out in circles in one direction. Take a few big circles there. And then we'll switch directions. Circle that right ankle out the other way around. And then flex and point your foot a few times, toes up and toes down, mobilizing that ankle. And then the next time that you flex your foot, go ahead and push that right heel up, strong and steady. Hold in this position here. And with an exhale, you're going to lift the back of your head and shoulders from the mat. Crunch your nose right in towards your knee. Your hands may slide a little higher up towards the back of the calf, the ceiling. Hamstring stretch with abdominal work. One more exhale. And then as you inhale, deeper hamstring stretch, lower back, head and shoulders down from the mat. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, bend that right knee into your chest. We'll come into a twist. Right arm out to a T. Left hand guides the knee across the body as you roll towards the left. Keep your right shoulder anchored down. Roll toward the outside of the left hip. And then with a deep breath in, come back onto the back of your body, out of your twist. And exhale, pull your left knee into your chest, meeting the right. With our in-breath, we'll extend the right leg out. Hug that left knee in. Take a few breaths right here. Just really feeling that knee tuck in. Hands slide around to the back of the left thigh. Extend. Pushing up through that heel. Just start to roll your ankle out in one direction. and then in the other. And then flex and point your foot a few times. And then we'll push out through both heels actively as if you're standing on the leg. Exhale, back of head and shoulders away from the mat. Draw your belly in, crunch up. One more exhale, lift a little higher. Inhale, lower down, deeper hamstring stretch. Push out through those heels. One more big inhale. And then as you exhale, go ahead and rebend that knee, pull it into your chest. Right hand stays at the left knee, left arm out to a T. And as you exhale, twist, roll towards the right, but keep that left shoulder down. You can look over the left arm and breathe here. And then as you inhale, come back onto the back of your body. And exhale, pull the knee in towards your chest. Right knee meets left. We'll slide the knees a little further apart. Heels to the ceiling, happy baby, knees down, heels up. Then draw your tailbone down. Everything works with gravity. You don't have to hold the feet. You can hold ankle, calves, or backs of thighs as well. And if it feels good, give a little rock right to left. Then we'll settle to stillness. Bring the knees back to chest, hands to the backs of thighs. And then give yourself a bit of a rock up and down along your spine. And we'll come right on up to a cross-legged position, coming onto your mat. Well, you're on your mat. I'm going to come onto my mat. All right. So as you sit cross-legged, just know a couple of things. First, if cross-legged is uncomfortable, don't do it. And you can stretch your legs out in front of you instead. If cross-legged is uncomfortable, you can also kneel instead. As we inhale, we're going to reach the arms up and around our body. As you exhale, twist towards your right. Bring your right hand behind you. Left hand comes across. We're going to hold this twist right here. Don't unwind your body. With a breath in, lift your right arm straight up into the air. And as you exhale, keep twisting, but lean to the left. Rotating and extending through the side of the body. As you inhale, reach that right arm up. And as you exhale, pull that right arm across your body. Inhale, float the hands. And exhale, bear hug, hands towards the outsides of the shoulder blades. Roll those fingers around to the back. And then breathe and lift your elbows up shoulder height, shoulders down. Press those elbows into one another. You can stay right here or press the elbows into each other, release the shoulders, and come into either backs of the hands together, eagle arms, or palms together, eagle arms. Lift the elbows regardless of where your arms are. If you're in eagle arms, press the forearms forward, shoulders down. Breathe into your upper back, slow and steady. One more inhale. And as you exhale, release your eagle arm. Breathe in, reach your arms up. And breathe out, twist towards your left. Bring the left hand behind, right hand to the knee, twist. Hold that rotation. As you inhale, left arm reaches skyward. Exhale, keep twisting. Lean to your right. Rotate and stretch. You can gaze neutrally up or down. Inhale, lift out of that extension. Exhale, sweep that arm across. Breathe in, exhale. Inhale, float the hands. Exhale, grab outsides of the shoulders. Breathe in, lift elbows, not up to block your face, but just to shoulder height. Press those arms into each other. You can stay right here, shoulder blades down, or press the elbows together. Bring the forearms closer. Backs of the hands can come towards each other, or loop those palms. Regardless of where you are, elbows lift. And if you're in those eagle arms, press the forearms forward, shoulders down. Couple of big, deep breaths into your upper back. Letting go of any tension or stress. Easy for me to say in this pose, right? As you exhale, release the arms. Inhale, sweep those arms up and around your body. And exhale, pull the hands down towards your heart. Interlace your fingers in front of the chest. Inhale, palms forward, and lift your arms up. Nice hand stretch here, shoulder blades down. One more big inhale. And then as you exhale, release the fingers, arms down to the side. We'll transition onto all fours, tabletop position. You can roll forward or swing your legs out and around your body. And sideways here. All right. And as you come onto all fours, just know you can always grab a blanket off your bed or from your couch. And slide that under your knees. And we'll begin with some traditional cow and cat here. So as you inhale, you lift the chest, look forward for cow. Exhale, arch your back, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, lift for that cow. And exhale, tuck and round for your cat. And just take this a few more times with your breath. And if this is a familiar pattern, focus as you inhale on broadening your chest at the collarbones. And as you exhale, stretch the upper back of the shoulder blades. And just take a few more rounds of breath right. And then with our next inhale, we'll come to a neutral spine, flat back. Think about your right leg. Curl your right toes under, stretch your right leg out behind you. Toes down here to begin. And you can stay right here. Or as you exhale, pull the left knee in towards the chest for a core plank. Keep the upper back slightly arched like you're in a cat. And then flex your left foot. So instead of pointing, flex. As you breathe in, send that leg up nice and high. Left heel up. Relax your right heel. And then as you exhale, take that left foot down next to the right. Paddle out your feet, downward facing dog. Maybe you give a little rock side to side. A little shift forward and back. And then with a breath in, we'll come forward to a fold plank. Navel in, body strong. And as you exhale, lower controlled release all the way to the belly. As you inhale, baby cobra, just the upper chest lift. Exhale, lower. Cover your hands. Inhale, floating palms, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, palms push down. Lift your upper and lower chest. And exhale, coming down. Inhale, push up onto hands and knees. And exhale, either stay here or come back to a child's pose. Forehead can be down, knees can be together or separated, completely up to you. And then with an inhale, we come back onto all fours, tabletop position. This time, left leg stretches back. toes down. You're going to need those toes in a moment. Belly strong. And then that right shin, as you exhale, is going to hover above the mat. A slight dome in the upper back, cat shape, or plank. Flex through your right foot. Inhale, press that right heel up high. Relax your left heel, a little bend in the knee. And as you exhale, lower that right foot. Bend a few breaths here, warming up your body. Pedaling, swaying, shifting slightly forward and back. And then with an inhale, come forward to your plank. As you exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. You can use your knees to get there. Inhale, cobra, elbows stay bent. Exhale, release. Inhale, push into hands and knees. Exhale, back to child's pose. Take a breath here. We're going to move with our own breath and create flow out of this. So with an inhale, we come forward to table and the right leg stretches back. Exhale, left knee into chest, core plank. Left foot, inhale, three-legged down dog, press up. Exhale, down dog, release. Inhale to plank. Exhale to belly. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop, left leg back. Exhale, knee to chest, core plank. Inhale, flexed foot, right leg high. Exhale, right foot down, downward dog. Inhale, forward to plank. And exhale, lower to belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Pause and breathe here. Maybe you're crawling back onto your mat. This particular flow has a tendency to shift us back gradually. If you want to use your whole room, you totally can. And then with a breath in, we'll lift back to palms. And as you exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, walk your hands backwards towards your feet, bending your knees a bit as we go. Inhale, lift yourself halfway. Hands to shin the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms up and around your body, stretch. And exhale, hands to heart. So moving from the back of our mat, a little different for our muscles today. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up and around our body. Exhale, pull your hands to your heart, forward fold as you come down. Lift halfway as you breathe in, hands to the shin. Exhale, fold and breathe out. Inhale, bend the knees, walk to plank in 2, 3, 4. Option to lower all the way or halfway. Inhale, cobra or upward dog, knees up. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Pause for a deep breath in. Exhale, walk your hands backwards to your feet. Hold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up and around your body. Exhale, continuous movement, forward fold, hands to heart. Breathe in, lift halfway, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees for plank in 1, 2, 3, and 4. And exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Upward dog or cobra, strong belly. Exhale, downward dog. Pause for an inhale. Exhale, hands back in 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in and lift halfway. Breathe out and fold. Inhale, little bend to the knees as you rise. One more time, exhale, forward fold, coming down. Slow inhale, lifts you halfway. Slow exhale to fold. Inhale, walk to plank in 1, 2, 3, and 4. And exhale, take your flow, lowering, lifting into your back bend of choice, and coming to your down dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can stay here in downward dog. Maybe child's pose is where you'd like to be. Feel free to head there. Take a few deep breaths, slow and steady. And if you left your downward dog, go ahead and make your way back. Inhale, look to the hands. Exhale, walk the feet up towards the front of your yoga mat this time and fold. Bring your big toes together to touch, sliver of space between the heels. Bend your knees deeply first. And then, instead of reaching up, just reach your arms straight out in front of you. Wrists in line with shoulders. Sit nice and low. I know, look like some of you turned your cameras off, so I wouldn't see you at this exact moment, but sit low. Take one more exhale. Inhale, straight legs, arms up. Exhale, arms to side. Bring your hands around to the small of your back and release your fingers here. As you breathe in, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. As you breathe out, bend your knees, chest towards thigh. Inhale, legs start to straighten. Please don't worry if your arms don't lift as high as mine do. And as you exhale, hands to back and down the leg. Breathe in and lift halfway. And as you exhale, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, step into a lunge. Back knee stays lifted. Now, if you're not used to lunging here, bend deep into that right knee. Make sure your knee and ankle stack. Hips low. And then as you inhale, keep the knee bent deeply. Reach your arms up. Okay. You'll notice I bend my back knee so that I can keep my low back safe and happy. Maybe your back leg doesn't bend as much, that's fine. Just avoid this because it puts a lot of pressure on the low stone. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to mat. Inhale, step forward and exhale, fold. Breathe in and lift yourself halfway. Breathe out and fold deep. Inhale, big toes touch. Bend your knees, reach your arms just forward. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, stretch high, legs straight. Exhale, arms down. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend your knees. Keep them bent. Fold, chin to chest. Breathe in, legs start to straighten. Breathe out, hands to your backside and down the backs of the legs. In breath lifts you halfway. Out breath, touch down. Inhale, right foot lifts. Exhale, step it back. Make sure left knee and ankle stack. Bend that knee deeply. Inhale, peel your torso up. Shoulders stack right over the hips. Back knee can have a bend. Try not to overdo the back bend. Keep the belly strong. One more big inhale. And then as you exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, step forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale, big toes together. Bend your knees, chair. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, stretch high. Exhale, arms to the side. Breathe in, interlace and lift. And exhale, fold arms. Exhale, legs straight. Release your hands to the back side and down the calf. Breathe in and lift halfway. This time as you exhale, touch down. Inhale to your plank pose. And exhale, find your flow, lowering, lifting. And downward facing dog. And pause here. You can stay in your downward dog. Lower knees to the mat for a child's pose. Or maybe forearms down for a dolphin. Dolphin pose. Just a downward dog on your elbows. I'm going to come down for a moment. And just take a few deep breaths wherever you've chosen to be. Notice how your body feels right here. More importantly, notice how your breath is moving. Have you lost connection to that breath? Has it caused you any difficulty? And then from this space, go ahead and come back to your downward facing dog if you left it. And then from that downward dog, slowly inhale your right leg up. As you exhale, bend that knee, stack and open the hip. Draw that right shoulder level. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, step through. If your foot doesn't quite make it up between your hands, halt it the rest of the way there. As you inhale, sweep those arms up. High crescent lunge. And as you exhale, lean forward, scoop your arms back. Hold those pinkies high. Arrow. Notice if your back leg is chilling. Lift it up. Good. As you inhale, you're going to straighten your right leg. Reach both arms up. Back heel lifts taller. This is called a tall lunge. Exhale, back heel down. Warrior two. Bend into that right knee, strong and steady. Easing over the right fingertip. We'll flip the right palm up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach up, up, up through those fingertips. And exhale, right leg starts to straighten. Tip forward and down. Reach up to 12 o'clock with your left hand, down to 6 with your right. Abdominals working here. And if you lock that right knee out, remind it to unlock. With an inhale, come to warrior two, strong and steady. And exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Lift your back heel. Inhale back to your plank. And exhale, find your flow. You'll notice throughout our practice that I'll change my flows, my vinyasas up to show you all of the potential possibilities. Take a deep breath in and out in your downward dog. Little bend to the knees. Press your hips high. And then with an inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, bend the knees, stack and open the hip. Nice level chest. Inhale, straight leg, level hip. And as you exhale, take a step through to that lunge. If your foot doesn't make it, step it the rest of the way up. Take your time here. And then as you inhale, sweep the arms up high. Power through that leg. As you exhale, arrow lunge. Sweep those arms back. Roll the shoulder blades into each other across the palms together. They'll never touch, just thinking about squeezing the ball. And with a breath in, that left leg starts to straighten, your back heel stays up. Reach tall, tall, tall. And then you're going to drop your right heel. Warrior two, bend into your left knee. Come deep. Arms to a T, gazing over left finger. Inhale, left palm flips, reverse your warrior three. Strong and steady. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Step forward and down. Reach up through the right hand. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Unlock that left knee. Lean back. Inhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. And exhale, curl your hands down. Give it off that back foot. Inhale into your plank. And exhale, find your flow. Maybe you add an extra push-up tonight. Inhaling up. Strong thighs. Exhale back. And just as before, maybe your knees come down, child's pose, take a seat, grab some water. Maybe you're in a dolphin, forearms to the earth, strong and steady. And just take a few deep breaths. And then when you are ready, we'll meet back in your downward facing dog, strong and steady. Check in with your fingers, spread them wide, pressing them into the surface of your mat. And we'll start with where we were and add on. As you inhale, right leg high. Exhale, bend the knees, stack and open the hip. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, step through. Inhale, arms up, back heel lifted, high crescent. Exhale, arrow lunge, hold those pinkies up. Inhale, tall lunge, front leg straightens, back heel up. Exhale, warrior two, back heel down, arms to a T. In breath, reverse warrior. Out breath, straighten your right leg, triangle. Inhale, warrior two, strong and steady. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, step back into your plank. And exhale, find your flow. Your vinyasa. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, bend the knee. In breath, straightens the leg. Exhale, gentle step through into your lunge. Inhale, arms up, high crescent. Exhale, sweep the arms back. arrow. Inhale, peel the torso up, straight left leg, back heel up, tall lunge. Exhale, warrior two, back heel down, arms to a T. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, straight front leg, triangle pose. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, cartwheel hands to the mat. Inhale to your plank. And exhale, find your flow. Once you're done taking that vinyasa, go ahead and make your way back into a child's pose. And let yourself rest. Child's pose is not an option this evening. You can have a seat or stay in your down dog. That's always fine. Even if you just don't like child's pose, down dog works. Take just a couple of deep breaths right here, pausing and breathing. Check in with your heart rate. Feel the mat below. One more full breath in and out. And then we'll make our way back into our downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Pressing down through those palms. And then with an in-breath, lift lightly to the tips of the toes. Exhale, look where you're going. Step or hop right up to the front of your yoga mat. Little weight to the toes as you inhale and lift halfway. Fingers can stay to the mat. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up and around your body, stretch. And exhale, hands to heart. All right. So right here, you can stay facing forward on your mat. Turning so I can see all of your fabulous imaginary faces right here. I can see Carlin's fabulous picture. All good. All right, so facing towards me, we're going to come into a bit of a balancing flow this evening. Now, to flow simply means to move with our breath. So you'll notice everything we've done so far, we're linking to our breath, we're moving easily. I like to teach you things slow and then move up the pace a little bit. We're going to start with a couple breaths in each of these postures and then add on. You can have your big toes together to touch. You can bring your feet a couple of inches apart. Just be sure your feet are parallel or nearly parallel to one another. Take a moment just to lift your toes and just the toes off the mat. Press down through your heels, the big toe ball mount, your pinky toe ball mount, and just spread the toes back out onto the mat. Bring your hands towards your hips, shoulders down. This will be an exhalation. I think actually it's an inhalation. We'll get there in a moment. All right, first we're going to just come to a tree. You can keep your right toes down to the mat as you do this. You can lift to your calf. I'll recommend going no higher because we're going to need to be able to utilize the leg. So this is your tree. As you inhale, you're going to lift through that foot. I like to call this our shooting star. Your arms will open out to goalposts here. As you exhale, hands to heart, right leg back, coming into a warrior three or a balancing step. Inhale, you're going to come right back into that shooting star. Exhale, hands to heart for tree. And inhale, set your right foot down. Exhale, come to tree pose. Your toes can stay down. Inhale, shooting star, open the arms and the legs. Exhale, hands to heart, left leg back, warrior three. Inhale, shooting star, lift. Exhale, tree. Inhale, mountain tadasana. Back to the right, exhale, tree. And inhale, opens you. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, shooting star. Exhale, tree. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, tree, left foot lifts. Inhale, shooting star. Exhale, hands to heart, kick back. Inhale, shooting star. Exhale, tree. And inhale down. We're going to keep switching. Now, if you are continuing to move and noticing you're particularly wobbly, whatever leg you're standing on, bend that knee a little bit more. See if that helps. Focus on putting pressure into the big toe side of your foot. That does not mean that all the weight goes into the big toe side. This is going to help encourage the ankle supporting muscles to help keep you upright. If it's too much to coordinate all of these movements, pick one to stand in. Just stand in a tree and find stability. Hold your shooting star or your warrior three. Keep moving. Keep breathing. Allow your body to open. Allow your body to feel steady. Come once more into each side, lifting the right foot and then the left. And when you're done, we'll just meet in standing tadasana, mountain pose, hands at the heart, both feet steadily on the mat. You know that all of this movement, balancing, is temporary. It shall pass. Find your breath. Perhaps you close your eyes for a moment. To be still, to breathe. And then with a deep breath in, blink the eyes open, reach your arms up and around your body. As you exhale, swan dive forward into your fold. Breathe in and lift yourself up halfway. And as you exhale, fold forward. I'm turning, you don't have to turn. Inhale, step back into your plank and hold your plank pose right here. Now we'll come into side plank. If you like a knee for support, you're going to drop your right knee down right under your hip. Try not to send it back, right underneath. If you're leaving it lifted, keep it lifted. Left arm's going to lift as you inhale, left arm up. Flatten your left foot. Knee down is Ardha Vashisthasana, half side plank. Knee lifted, both legs back, full Vashisthasana, side plank. More than welcome to take any leg variant, maybe a tree leg here. Strong and steady. And as you exhale, release that left hand down. Plank pose, Phalakasana. This time your left knee may drop directly under hip. Left wrist under left shoulder. We flatten the right foot. Maybe both legs are extended. You're going to lift that right arm this time. Ardha Vashisthasana or full Vashisthasana. You can take a tree leg here, balancing on palm.
Working to flatten your left foot. As you exhale, leg extends, hand down. Inhale and plank. And exhale, child's pose or your alternative resting space. Take a few deep breaths right here. And just allow your heart rate to return to normal. Allow your body to settle to stillness. Slow, deep breaths in and from your resting shape, specifically a child's pose if you're there, walk your hands back towards your knees. Swing your legs over to one side and your hips to the other. Come down to a butterfly seat, Baddha Konasana, bound angle. Which apparently, if you've been taking lots of classes with me this week, is my comfort pose. We all have comfort foods. This is my comfort pose. This is where I'm tending to go to all week. So I apologize if it's not your favorite, but if it is your favorite, and I know at least one of you this is, you're in luck this week. So we're going to hold on to the ankles to start. Roll your shoulders back, breathe in, lift your chest up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, just let yourself bow towards your legs. If this hurts your knees, you can always muscularly squeeze in a little bit, strengthening your adducting muscles, your squeeze in muscles, stabilizing your knees. So just because your knees can open doesn't mean that they need to. Maybe you hug in and see if that feels any better or different for you. Maybe you see what happens if you just relax instead of trying to push open, just soften it. Keep the back of your neck nice and long. And then as you breathe in, come on up to a seat. See here if you can take open palm and scoop the underside of your feet, so pinky toe sides. All right. So right here, you might have to scoot your groin towards your heels a little bit more to make that happen. And option one, stay right here, lifting shoulders down. Try not to let the hunch happen. Sit tall. Maybe you can press your feet together and hover your feet above the mat. So boat pose with them, angle, shoulders back, chest lifted. Worst case scenario, you roll onto your back and it's kind of fun. All right. Maybe, just maybe, you start to separate your feet. Heels forward, shoot those knees back, lift your chest up, coming into a balancing happy baby. Maybe, again, just maybe, your legs start to straighten. You come into this balancing wide-legged fold. Last maybe, I promise. Maybe you draw the legs together. Balance here. Pulling those feet in towards your nose. Side of your view is going to look like this. You're in that happy baby. Your side view is here. Notice how long the back can be. Balancing bound angle right here. So have your fun with it. See what happens. Take just a couple of more breaths floating, a little abdominal and quadricep work. And then we'll meet back in a bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Big breath in, lift. Big breath out, fold. And your back will round some here, but we're trying not to hunch the shoulders up. Let yourself soften. Then with a deep breath in, lift up out of this pose. Hands to the outsides of the thighs. Hello, Sir Charlie. And because you press the thighs in, make a little work, your knees close in as well. You don't have to turn, and just simply turn. Keep your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg out long. Adjust your sitting bones if needed. Flex your left foot, strong. We'll pick up that right foot, step your right foot across your left leg, closing that knee in. Maybe, just maybe, rock towards your left hip, bend that left knee, and wrap the heel back towards your right hip. All right. You never have to take that bend. You can always keep the leg long, totally up to you. Balance the weight between the two hips. As you inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. You can hug the right leg with the left arm, or you can hook the left elbow to the outside of that knee. Wherever you are, free up your hand, and with your hand, take your, there we go, your middle and your ring finger, tuck it down. Bring your thumb to touch those fingers, making a little circle. And then hold that hand position. This is our Vishnu Mudra. This is not your Vishnu Mudra. Forget that. This is your Apa Mudra. And the mudra is a hand position. Apa Mudra is a hand position that facilitates letting go. So if you're holding on to stress, if you're holding on to tension, if you're holding on to anxiety, this hand position can facilitate that release. Just take a few more deep breaths right here. You can look behind you, over your back shoulder, and look neutrally out. I'm looking forward so you can hear me. And then we'll inhale and unwind, come out of that twist. If you bend to your left leg, stretch it out. Step your right leg across and bounce out both knees. We'll take this to the other side, left knee in. You can keep it right here or step that left foot across. Flex your right foot strong and active. And keep that right leg long or rock right. Bend your knee. Heel to outside of hip. Wiggle in, level pelvis. If you are finding that you're leaning to the right and it's hard to get that left hip down, torture yourself, stretch that leg out. All right. Now right here, we're going to sit tall. Inhalation sweeps the arms up. Exhalation brings you to that twist. And whether you're hugging or hooking, free up that right hand. Join thumb to middle and ring finger. Extend the pinky and the index finger long. Apa Mudra. Use that leverage of your arm to twist a little deeper. And as I mentioned before, this is a hand position that's great for letting go. But you might be asking, how? This is all of your yoga nonsense. So really, this becomes a visualization tool for you. So through those two extended fingers, I want you to imagine with each exhale that you are releasing any tension or stress. I like to imagine that I have some smoke that's coming out of those fingers here. And with each successive exhale, I'm releasing, and that smoke is becoming clearer and clearer. I do this with kids a lot. They'll imagine like unicorn rainbows coming out of their fingertips, and the colors become brighter as they release more tension. Have at it. Use your imagination. We'll come back to this mudra and this visualization in a few minutes when we relax. As you inhale, come out of that to rotation. Take a moment, stretch the right leg out if you bent it. Very purposefully release that left leg. Bounce out your knees for a moment. Beautiful. All right. And here, I'll invite you to scoot your hips forward just a little bit more. Bending into the knees, reach your arms forward, big breath in. And as you exhale, cat arch your back, slow roll all the way down towards your back. You're going to come down, I'm going to stay up. Once you lay down, lengthen your legs out, nice and long, full body stretch, reach those fingertips back, stretch your legs forward, pointing the toes. Enjoy the space in your body.
And then as you exhale, pull your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a tight hug, squeeze. Maybe a gentle rock, side to side, right to left. And then settle yourself back to stillness. Go ahead and lower your feet down to the mat so your knees point up to the ceiling. As we prepare for bridge pose, try not to bring your feet all the way together to touch. Keep a little bit of space between them. Scoot your heels as close to your sitting bones as you're able. Arms down next to the sides, shoulders shimmy away from the ears, fingertips stretch towards the front of your yoga mat beyond your toes. That's not actually possible, just getting you to stretch your arms. All right, and then as you inhale, slowly, one vertebra at a time, lift to your bridge and hold. You may find at the top of your bridge that you can roll those shoulder blades closer together, interlace your fingers like we did standing before, and press straight arms down into the mat. If your elbows bend, don't interlace your fingers. Instead, unlace those fingers and press down into those straight arms next to your body. Maybe your elbows can even bend to 90 degrees. So your fingers point up towards the ceiling, and your backs of your arms give you leverage to lift higher. These are called soldier arms. Take one more big inhale, lifting as high as you can into your bridge. And then as you exhale, one vertebra at a time, slowly lower down. Once you're down, pull your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a nice big hug and a squeeze. Little rock side to side. And if there are any other small movements that your body requests, please feel free to take those now. Another twist, a happy baby, another full body stretch. If you'd like to grab socks, a sweatshirt, or a blanket to cover yourself with, do that now. And then begin to adjust your body for relaxation. Maybe it feels good to stretch out long over your mat. Maybe you have a little wall space available and you lay down, swinging your legs right up the wall for Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. A thinly folded blanket can come beneath the back of your head, or a thin pillow. We don't want to take our neck into full flexion here. And as you settle in, just allow your eyes to close. And perhaps you draw the thumb to middle and ring finger here. Backs of the hands on the floor. And that Apan Mudra. Index and pinky stretch out. As you just allow your body to settle to stillness. As you inhale, bring in calm, peace, whatever you're looking to add more of into your life. And as you exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve you, that doesn't enrich your life and make you feel better. And just continue to find this exchange of inhale, exhale. Take a few moments here in quiet peace to breathe. If your mind wanders, just come back to that inhale and exhale. Inhaling and drawing into your body, into your mind, thoughts that support you. Exhaling, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. And allow your body to remain in stillness here. But we'll focus a bit more intentionally on the breath for our last few minutes. As you inhale, feel the belly rise and fill. And as you exhale, allow the belly to soften and rest. Take a few deep belly breaths here. If it's helpful, you can always move the hands out of that position and to the belly to feel the gentle rise and fall. And perhaps as you continue to breathe, you're better able to lengthen that exhale. That long exhale gives you the opportunity to signal to the nervous system that you're calm, settled, resting easily. Take a few more breaths just like this. And then allow your breath to return to a natural pattern, perhaps having evolved or deepened a little bit on its own. And just begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toe, awakening the body. And with an inhale, come to a full body stretch, reaching those arms to the space behind you, stretching the legs out. If legs are up the wall, just stretch the legs up the wall a little more. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, pull the knees into the chest, wrap your arms around your legs. And this time, lift the back of your head and shoulders from the mat. Pull your nose as close to the knees as you can as you curl into a small ball. Take a moment here to feel safe. And with an inhale, lower head and shoulders to the mat, release the backs of the legs. And as you exhale, roll over to one side, right or left, coming into your fetal tucked position. Pause on your side, maybe using an arm as a pillow, maybe your blanket. Take a few deep breaths. And then with a deep breath in, slowly, with the head being the last to lift, come up to a seat. And how your legs look is completely up to you, straight, crossed, or kneeling. We keep that spine long. And we'll all inhale, sweep the arms up and around your body one more time. Palms together overhead, exhale, hands to heart. We'll end our practice with a collective breath. So as you inhale, breathe in fully through the nose, hold your breath at the top, don't exhale. Open mouth, sigh out. The light and the love that is me recognizes, honors, and bows deeply to the light and the love that is each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much to each of you for joining me for this practice this evening.